Hi, today from the Grand Palace in Bangkok, from the Royal Palace of Thailand. Today we'll be talking about whether the kings are the richest people in the world. See you after a short break. Hi again from Bangkok, from Thailand. Royals and wealth. When I talk about billionaires, I very often get comments stating that the real wealthy people are the kings, the royals, the royal families that rule over entire countries, and all the wealth belongs to them. And first of all, they name the British Crown as the wealthiest family, as the wealthiest people in the world. And as you know, the head of British Crown, of the British Empire, so to say, is King Charles at the moment. And of course there are several princes like Prince Harry and so on. But if you look at the details, it turns out they are not that wealthy. And I'm talking about the personal wealth. Because you have to clarify one thing, and most people don't realize this thing. Of course, they have access to great wealth through the crown and through their country. And they somehow can manage that wealth. But they are very restricted in respect, in relation to that wealth. For example, UK is a constitutional monarchy, and actually they don't decide about the budget of the state. The kings or the royals, they don't decide about the budget. Actually, they are state employees. Other people decide about their income, about the income of the royals, of the British royals. And also there is in other countries, in other royal families, it's similar. Like you take the Belgian or Swedish royal family, or you take the Spanish crown. This is very similar. Of course, they are, let's say, absolute monarchies. But even with absolute monarchies, like in the Middle East, like some Arab countries, they don't decide themselves about entire budget, about entire wealth of the nation, of the state, of the crown, because they are like families and they are other stakeholders, wealthy people in these countries, who are as well very influential, and they are responsible towards some bodies, some committees in these countries, and so on, and maybe competing families that look at the hands, what they do with the wealth of the country, with the wealth of the monarchy. And you could compare it also to billionaires, right? Billionaires, they have their own personal wealth, and then they manage the wealth of huge companies. Like, for example, let's say Tim Cook has a personal wealth, I don't remember exactly, probably around $1 billion, maybe several $100 million, but he manages the wealth of Apple, which has a capitalization of, let's say, $2 trillion, right? So this is the same with the royals and the countries. They have their own personal wealth, and they manage the wealth of the country, which is many times multiple of that wealth. And then if you talk about the management of the wealth of the country, of course, these people are very powerful. These people are very influential. And you don't need to be a king to have that power and to have that influence. Actually, most influential people are the heads of the democratic countries, of the most powerful democratic countries, let's say of United States, Germany, and so on, right? They are very powerful, although they may not be that wealthy. But if you take the personal wealth, when we are talking about the personal wealth of the royals, they are actually not as wealthy as the richest people in the world. Let's take King Charles. That is named, that many people quote him as, the most wealthy, like the head of British Crown, the British royal family, the wealthiest family, whatever, Prince Charles himself. Depending on the valuation, he is somewhere between below $1 billion up to the highest valuation I have ever seen of his wealth was $2.6 billion. This is not enough for top 100, not even for top 500 wealthiest people in the world, Forbes list of billionaires. This wouldn't be enough. If you take princes in the British Crown, Prince Harry and Meghan, they are valuated, their net worth is valuated at $60 million. There are many people in the world, and I have many friends who are wealthier than Prince Charles and Meghan Markle, his wife, in their personal wealth that they can use as they wish, right? Their personal wealth they can use as they wish. They don't need, so to say, a parliament, another body to tell them what they can do with their personal wealth. And even among royals, the British royals aren't actually the wealthiest. Actually, the wealthiest royals in the world, top 5, I will give you the top 5. And this is why I'm talking about this from here, from the Royal Palace of Thailand, from Bangkok, because the wealthiest royal in the world, the wealthiest monarch in the world is King of Thailand, Maha Vajiralongkorn, with $45 billion. This is like 20 times as much as Prince Charles of England, as King Charles of England. The second wealthiest is actually Prince Al-Walid of Saudi Arabia, 28 billion. Then the third one is the Sultan of Brunei with 25 billion. Then the Prince Hans Adam, the second of Liechtenstein, valued with 7 billion. And then we have the number 5, Prince Haji Abdul Azim of Brunei, $5 billion. So we see two things. And by the way, the King Charles is depending on the valuation, how you value him. Sometimes it's enough for top 10, sometimes it's even behind top 10. And how does it compare to the wealthiest people in the world? Elon Musk, $242 billion at the moment when I am recording this video. So that's like around 100 times as much as King Charles, or let's say 5 times as much as King of Thailand. So you see the wealthiest people in the world are the self-made billionaires, are still the self-made people. They are not the monarchs. And what we can see from this ranking of top royals, of the wealthiest royals in the world, two things. One thing is they are not the wealthiest in the world. They are not the wealthiest people in the world. The wealthiest people are still the entrepreneurs, the self-made people. And second thing is, not the richest countries have the richest royals, and I'll be talking about that, the difference between rich country and rich population, or even rich ruler of the country. They are actually, let's say, middle class or even lower class countries that have the richest royals. And then the third thing is, of course, the difference between the wealth and influence, right? You can be very influential and not that wealthy, or you can be extremely wealthy, but then, of course, if you're extremely wealthy, you are by definition very influential. So that's it for today. Here from the Royal Palace. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumb up if yes, thumb down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video with your loved ones, with your friends. I talk here a lot about the best entrepreneurs in the world, about the wealthiest people in the world, how they think, how they are, who they are, and I talk about doing great, impossible things in your life and business. So if you like this video, you will certainly like my other videos. I invite you to watch them. That's it for today from Bangkok, Thailand. Wish you a fantastic day. Let's do something extraordinary today.